Bash League now. To do so, I'm joined by John Hastings of the Melbourne Stars and Mike McKenna of Cricket Australia. Boys, how are you both?
Well, thanks, Chris.
Excellent. Thanks for joining us tonight. John, I'll start with you, mate. We'll get to your shoulder in a few seconds. It looks a little strange, but 50 days to go. Does it sink in now that this thing is real, that we're about to embrace?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've been out all week into the community doing inter-cricket launches, and even a one at Parliament with all the MPs, and all they wanted to talk about was the new Big Bash League and who do I play for and who should we support and all that sort of stuff. So it is definitely hyping up.
Mike, you're the brains behind this business that we're about to have a look at. The commercial will run in a couple of seconds. Can you tell us the guts, the core theme of the Big Bash League and how it differs to what we've seen in the past?
Yeah, well, I think what we wanted to do with the Big Bash League is make sure that we disrupted normal cricket, and we're trying to appeal to a new generation of fans, young kids and even their mothers and women who aren't traditional followers of the game. So putting up traditional cricket images wasn't going to do it. We wanted to show them that this is a different form of the game and they should come along and be excited.
We're just seeing pictures there from the launch just a little while back, and if you wanted to make the statement that's a little bit different, I think that was pretty well achieved. We see some of the boys there turning up in Hummers and whatnot, but we'll take a look now at the commercial. It's about to start airing. This is the first time you'll see it around the country, and we'll get your reaction off the back of it. There you go, pretty futuristic stuff. That gets the heart going. Which one of the fellas would have enjoyed being in front of the cameras most?
That's pretty classy stuff, that one. Tim Payne definitely loves getting his hair and makeup done as well. And there's a couple of good expressions on Brad Hodges' face as well. So.
It's a good story there, because Tim Payne turned up that day for their shoot. Been to the hairdresser before, his hair was orange. So he had to call a hairdresser first thing in the morning to come and put his hair back to his normal blonde colour.
I thought he might have been saying that he was orange from the fake tan, but we'll leave that one alone. I think he's actually in studio in Sydney tomorrow night as a guest too, so he might fire back at you two boys tomorrow, so watch out for that one. Mike, can you talk us through the fixturing, I guess some of the details about some of the main players that we'll see, the marquee matchups, what you're looking forward to?
Yeah, well, I think the exciting thing is that it's a competition that runs from 16th of December right through to the end of January, and through that there's going to be great games all the way through. First weekend we've got the competition starts at the SCG with the Sydney Stars playing the Brisbane Heat. So that's going to be an exciting game first up, and the next night we come back to Melbourne, the MCG, the Stars are playing there, and they're playing against the Sydney Thunder. And that's going to be a great contest with Chris Gale and David Warner opening the batting. Yep. Should be some fireworks, I'd imagine, in that game. And then we're off to Adelaide the next night with Melbourne Renegades play with Sean Tate leading the attack against in his old hometown, wearing the red and black, which used to be obviously the South Australian colours. So that'll fire up people, and then they'll finally off to Perth the same day, and later on in the evening, where the Hurricanes are playing the Perth Scorchers. And so Ricky Ponting playing up there with Mike Hussey and Simon Kadich playing for the Scorchers. So every day of the period virtually, great games with great players playing.
John, what excites you about the lineup? Some of the names that Mike's just said. Who are you looking forward to scoring off against?
Yeah, look, I think our first game is against the Thunder, and I think there's going to be no better clash than White and Hussey v Gale and Warner. I think our guys are really looking forward to getting amongst Gale and Warner. I mean, if you can get those guys out, some of our up and coming youngsters, then who knows, you might find yourself in an Aussie shirt.
It's a way to make a statement to the selectors. We'll have a look at the Stars side. We'll bring up the graphic that's got it's got a fair bit of depth, this side. Perhaps you won't point out the weaknesses, but some of the strengths there, mate. It's a good lineup.
Yeah, look, I mean, you've got obviously the 2020 captain there in White, and George Bailey, Dave Hussey, a youngster, and Alex Keith. Clint Mackay's back from injury and doing well. Quiney started off the year really well with 100 up there at the Gabba. We've got 3 or 4 former captains in there as well, and Chris Simpson, Adam Voges and George Bailey, and when Whitey's away, Hussey does the Bush Rangers as well. So there's a lot of experience. I think there's a good mix of youth and experience as well. So
and Luke Wright from England playing as well.
Yeah, absolutely, and Jade Dernbach as well is doing well over in India at the moment. So
George Bailey, I said, breaks my heart as Tasmanian, breaks my heart. Mike, can I ask you, in terms of the international scene, Australia has perhaps lagged behind a little bit, especially as what we've seen in India, and our 2020 results haven't been outstanding. Is this league a big stepping stone towards that, to lifting us on a bigger international scale?
Look, I think the players have done well. I mean, we haven't won series or won World Cups in recent times, but over the period we've been pretty successful in the 2020 competition internationally, particularly at home. But I think we need more consistency. We need to play more 2020, and we need more players playing more. And I think this will absolutely add to that. And I suspect at the end of the season, because the Big Bash League season runs directly into the two T20 internationals against India, our players will be really on form and ready to take on the Indians. And last time we played India here at the MCG, we had 84,000 turn up. So we'd like to see something like that again, with a team full of Big Bash League stars playing the best of the Indians and give them an absolute cane.
You can get that at the G for Renegades versus Stars, don't worry about that. We're going to ask you about this sling, mate, the shoulder. The timing couldn't have been worse. How are you feeling? How's the progress going?
Yeah, look, obviously on the eve of the domestic season coming up, and looking at overseas now, the South African tour as well, the guys are over there playing good cricket, and here's me sitting there setting my alarm for 2 a.m. to watch the boys obviously take on the South Africans. But it has been shattering, and it's given me a better perspective, I guess, on where I came from and what I'm trying to do in the game. I guess it gives me a bit of time to get out there and mix with the younger guys and try and help as many as I can in the bush rangers and the stars as well. So it's going to be sad to sit out for the whole season, but there was never a good time to do it, and it was just something that had to get done.
You've just been starting to cement yourself in the Australian team as a more permanent fixture. You're still only 25, I think, correct me if I'm wrong. So time is on your side. What's the target now for getting back into the Australian team? Is it small steps, or are you very much saying, I want that Aussie team once more?
Absolutely. I mean, every kid growing up wants to play for Australia, and I've had that chance to do that. So obviously the fire's in the belly, and I really want to get out there and do it again. But this sling comes off next Wednesday, I think, and then we'll go from there. It's just going to be a slow old process, but realistically, I'm sort of half setting my sights on the 2020 World Cup, which is in July, I think, next year. So that's a realistic goal of mine, and hopefully I can get all the rehab down pat and get nice and fit and strong and get back into it.
Hey, so I won't stop you on Derby Day. Enjoy your day there, won't you?
Yeah, I will. Don't worry about that. Try and back
yeah. Tell me if you've got one. Mike, thank you very much for coming in and reference with the Big Bash League and that commercial. Fantastic stuff, boys. Enjoy the season ahead.
Thanks, Dudley.
Thanks for coming tonight. Cheers. All right, on that note, we head back to Tom and Alana now, Fox Sports News Centre. Go to the